Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. This is biology session. We are discussing reproduction in animals. The lesson has been completed. So let us discuss the questions which are repeated from the previous Olympiads and competitions, okay, like NEET and Olympiads. So before going to do the exercise, let us briefly have a quick review. So human reproductive system, if you take a brief review, the male and female reproductive cycles are controlled by hormones released from the hypothalamus and anterior pituitary. Okay, in the chemical coordination you have studied anterior pituitary, and the hormones from reproductive tissues and organs. The hypothalamus monitors the need of follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone production and release from the anterior pituitary. The FSH and LH affect reproductive structures to cause the formation of sperm and the preparation of eggs for release and possible fertilization. Okay. In the male, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormones stimulate special cells present in the testis, that is Sertoli cells and interstitial cells of Leydig or Leydig cells, we can call them as Leydig cells in the testis to facilitate the sperm production. The Leydig cells produce testosterone, which are also responsible for the secondary sexual characters in males. In females, the FSH and LH cause estrogen and progesterone to be produced. They regulate the female reproductive cycles, and which is divided into ovarian cycle and menstrual cycles. Okay, the human pregnancy begins with fertilization of an egg and processed through the 3 trimesters of gestation. The first trimester lays down the basic structures of the body, including the limb buds, heart, eyes and the liver. The second trimester continues the development of all of the organs and organ systems. The third trimester exhibit the greatest growth of the fetus and culminates in labor and delivery, that is called parturition. The labor pains process has 3 stages: contractions, delivery of the fetus and expulsion of the placenta. So each propelled by the hormones, okay, relaxin hormone and oxytocin hormone. They play a very important role in the delivery process. Okay, let us discuss the questions which appeared from the previous Olympiads from this chapter. Are you ready, children? So the questions which appeared in various state, national level, previous Olympiads and NEET, okay, those questions we are going to discuss from this chapter. The first question: which of the following does not have external fertilization? Frog, women, Hydra, fishes. Okay, frog, Hydra and fishes, they have external fertilization. Women, human being, so internal fertilization which takes place in the fallopian tubes. Which one is not the part of female reproductive organ? Ovary, uterus, oviduct, sperm. Sperm is the male reproductive gamete, so it is not. The drastic change that transforms a larva into an adult is called binary fission, metamorphosis, asexual reproduction, budding. It is the metamorphosis. Changing of larva into adult is called metamorphosis, which you have studied in frog life cycle. The tadpole larva is transformed into adult frog. That process involves metamorphosis. Which is not the oviparous animal, egg laying animal? hen, frog, butterfly, dog. The first three are egg-laying, oviparous. Dog is viviparous. Which one of the following is viviparous animal? Cow, hen, frog, fish. Okay, the first one, cow, is the viviparous, remaining all oviparous. Hydra reproduces by fragmentation, budding, spore formation, binary fission. Hydra reproduces asexually by budding. Tadpole is the developing stage of human, fish, frog, cow. It's a frog larval stage, it is called tadpole. The fusion of ovum and sperm is called fertilization, fission, metamorphosis, osmosis. The process of fusion of male and female gamete, that is called fertilization. The organism having both male and female sex organs present in the same body are called unisexual, multisexual, hermaphrodites, asexual. Hermaphrodites. Okay, they possess both male and female reproductive organs in single organism. Which combination of chromosomes leads to the birth of a baby girl? That is a XX combination. If the X chromosome containing sperm fertilizes the X chromosome containing ovum, all ovum contain X chromosome only in the human beings. So the X sperm when fertilizes the ovum, then it form a XX combination, which is the baby girl. Internal fertilization occurs in female body, outside female body, in male body, outside the male body. In a female body, inside the female reproductive system. A tadpole develops into an adult frog by the process of fertilization, metamorphosis, embedding, budding. It is the metamorphosis. Conjugation is a type of asexual reproduction, budding, sexual reproduction, binary fission. So actually this conjugation is a process which takes place in the paramecium. So after repeated binary fission, okay, it undergoes sexual reproduction by means of conjugation. Okay. Next, internal fertilization occurs in bird, fish, reptile, frog, male, mammal, frog, reptile, mammal. So it is reptiles and mammals where the fertilization is internal. Okay. Here fish is external, frog is external, frog is external. So in this reptiles and mammal, internal fertilization. So which of the following is not an example of asexual reproduction? Reproduction in Hydra, reproduction in amoeba, reproduction in bacteria, reproduction in butterfly. So reproduction in butterfly is not an example of asexual reproduction. Butterfly undergoes sexual reproduction. Which of the following is or paired structure in a human reproductive system? Ovary, testis, fallopian tube, all of these. So a pair of ovary, a pair of testis, a pair of fallopian tube, all of these. Okay, they are all paired structures in the human reproductive systems. Which of these organisms reproduce in the same way as yeast? Hydra, amoeba, starfish, flatworm. Hydra reproduces by budding, same as a yeast. Which of the following is or the types of asexual reproduction? Budding, binary fission, spore formation. These are all asexual reproductions. How are paramecium and amoeba are similar? The unicellular does not have a nucleus, reproduces by binary fission, both A and C. Okay, here both A and C. How the paramecium and amoeba are similar? Okay, paramecium undergo binary fission and they are unicellular. Okay, both A and C. Which of the following is called the larva of frog? Nymph, tadpole, caterpillar, fry, tadpole. Which of the following process refers to the casting away of the skin by a caterpillar to allow a larger caterpillar to emerge. Metamorphosis, chrysalis, molting, development. It is called molting. Okay, it is influenced by a hormone called ecdysone. It helps in the molting. Which of the following organism reproduces asexually? Protozoa, frog, lizard, housefly. Protozoa, unicellular organisms, amoeba, Paramecium, euglena, etc. Which of the following is an oviparous mammal? Echidna, kangaroo, rabbit, bat. Echidna, it is an oviparous, egg-laying mammal. Sea stars and other echinoderms can reproduce by regeneration. What is regeneration? An exact copy of its parent. A whole animal develops from a part of the original animal. When an animal develops from an egg, all of these. Okay, it is a whole animal develops from a part of the original animal. Then it is called a regeneration. Okay, it is very high in echinoderms like starfish, planarians. Okay, both budding and regeneration produce clones. What is a clone? Clone is a Xerox copy. Okay, an exact copy of its parent, or similar traits of its parents, exact opposite of its parent, none of these. It is an exact copy of its parent. When triads are passed from parent to offspring, those triads are characteristics, inherited, similar, different. They are inherited from parents to children. During gastrulation, dash is formed: gills, heart, myotomes, archenteron. During gastrulation, digestive system, archenteron is formed. The sense organs are developed from which foetal membrane? Ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Which primary germ layer? Ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, or different germ layers. The sense organs are produced from ectoderm, nervous system. The fertilized egg divides by the process of regeneration, oogenesis, cleavage, invagination. It is cleavage. Which one of the following is not formed from mesoderm? Blood, bones and cartilage, kidneys, nervous system. From mesoderm, nervous system is not formed. Nervous system is formed from ectoderm. The cavity of gastrula is called blastocele, coelom, archenteron, hemocele. It is called blastocele. In the gastrula image you have seen, the morula develops into gastrula, blastula, larva. None of these. Morula develops into blastula. Blastula develops into gastrula. The three germ layers are formed at the end of morula, blastula, gastrula, larva. By the end of gastrulation, the three germ layers, ectoderm, endoderm, and mesoderm, are formed. The cleavage occurs in sequence up to the following stage: 8 cells, 16 cells, 32 cells, 64 cells. By the 16 cell stage, the cleavage occurs. Differentiation in morphology of the two sexes of the same species is called hermaphrodite, heteromorphosis, sexual dimorphism. It is the sexual dimorphism. Okay, morphological externally we can differentiate male and female. Fertilization is union of diploid spermatozoon with diploid ovum to form diploid zygote. Union of haploid sperm with haploid ovum to form diploid zygote. Union of haploid sperm with haploid ovum to form diploid zygote. Union of diploid sperm with haploid ovum to form triploid zygote. Okay, it is the union of haploid sperm with the haploid ovum to form diploid, means 2n. Okay, sperm with 1n and ovum with 1n combined to form 2n zygote, zygotic nucleus. That is diploid. Gonads develop from embryonic, ectoderm, mesoderm. Gonads means reproductive organs, testis, ovary, develop from embryonic, ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm. Both B and C means both ectoderm and mesoderm. Which one? it is from mesoderm the reproductive organs or gonads are formed. The cell formed after the fertilization is called an embryo, fetus, zygote. Okay, zygote develops into embryo by the process of cleavage. The animals having separate male and female individuals are called bisexual, hermaphrodite, unisexual, all of these. Okay, separate male and female means unisexual. Okay. Next, in humans, the fusion of male and female gametes usually takes place inside the uterus, ovary, fallopian tube, zygote. It takes place in the fallopian tubes. Internal fertilization, that's why it is called. Extra structure that provides nutrition to the embryo is umbilicus, amnion, chorion, placenta. It is the placenta which provides the nutrition to the developing embryo. The correct sequence in the development is fertilization, zygote, cleavage, morula, blastula, gastrula. Fertilization, zygote, blastula, morula, cleavage, gastrula. Fertilization, cleavage, morula, zygote, blastula, gastrula. Or first cleavage, then zygote, then fertilization, then morula, blastula, and gastrula. So the correct sequence is first fertilization leads to the formation of zygote, then zygote undergoes cleavage to form the morula, morula develops into blastula, blastula develops into gastrula, germ layers. Okay, then differentiation. Archenteron starts forming in blastula, morula, early gastrula, early norula. Okay, it is the early gastrula during which archenteron is formed. Blastopore is the aperture found in blastula, morula, gastrula, neurula. Okay, blastopore is present in the gastrula. Which of the following sequence is correct in the spermiogenesis, means production of sperms? Spermatogonia, spermatids, secondary spermatocytes, primary spermatocytes, sperms. Spermatogonia, spermatids, primary spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes, sperms. Primary spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes, spermatids, spermatogonia, sperms. The spermatogonia, primary spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes, spermatids, then finally sperms. Okay, so this is the correct sequence. Spermatogonia, then primary spermatocytes, maturation of those occur, secondary spermatocytes, then turns into spermatids, finally sperms. Since the formation of sperms require a temperature below the body temperature, why? The test is for this purpose only. The testis line scrotal sacs or more water intake is advised for mature males. Scrotal sacs are pouch like hanging extensions. Scrotal sacs are between the thighs. Since the formation of sperms require a temperature below the body temperature, so the testes lie in scrotal sacs in males. Beneath the prostate gland is Cooper's gland, vas deferens, seminal vesicle, ureter. Testis lie in beneath the prostate gland. There is a Cooper's gland. Okay, these prostate Cooper's glands are all produce semen. Okay, pouched animals means the placental animals, marsupials, monotremes, all of these. Pouched animals are marsupials. Okay. Next, the ability of an organism to reform lost body parts, budding, regeneration, oviparous, fission or cell division. It is regeneration, the ability of an organism to reform lost parts. The kind of reproduction undergone by planaria, starfish and earthworms, budding, regeneration, fragmentation, fission or cell division. It is regeneration. In which group is parthenogenesis a normal event? Parthenogenesis means the formation of organism without fertilization. Chickens, bees, rabbits, sea stars. Parthenogenesis is common in bees. Okay. Next, genetically unique individuals are produced through sexual reproduction, parthenogenesis, budding, fragmentation. Okay. Genetically unique individuals are produced by sexual reproduction. External fertilization occurs in which type of environment? Aquatic, forested, savanna, steppe. Aquatic. Okay, water is required for external fertilization. The process of gastrulation forms the blastula, zygote, organs, germ layers. Germ layers are formed by gastrulation. Which of the following gives rise to the skin cells? Ectoderm, endoderm, mesoderm, none of these. It is the ectoderm gives rise to skin cells. Next, which of the following statements about the male reproductive system is false? The vast difference carries sperm from the testis to the sperminal vesicles. Right. Here false statement we have to select. The ejaculatory duct joins the urethra. It's also right. Both the prostate and bulbourethral glands produce components of the semen. Yes, it's also right. The prostate gland is located in the testis. This is wrong. Okay. Next, which of the following statements about the hormone regulation of the female reproductive cycle is false? Means here in this also false statement we have to select. Luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone produced in the pituitary, and estrogen and progesterone are produced in the ovaries. Absolutely right. Estradiol and progesterone secreted from the corpus luteum cause the endometrium to thick. Yes, it's also correct. Both progesterone and estrogen are produced by the follicles. This is wrong, because the progesterone is produced by the corpus luteum. Ruptured follicle turns into corpus luteum that produces the progesterone. The next statement D, secretion of GnRH by the hypothalamus is inhibited by low levels of estrogen but stimulated by high levels of estrogen. Yes. So here the false statement is both progesterone and estrogen are produced by the follicles. The sperm are produced in the dash: scrotum, seminal vesicle, seminiferous tubules, prostate gland. The seminiferous tubules, the sperms are produced. Which female organ has an endometrial lining that will support a developing baby? Labia minora, breast, ovaries, uterus. Okay, it is the uterus in which after implantation the development takes place. Which hormone causes FSH and LH to be released? The testosterone, estrogen, GnRH, or progesterone? It is the GnRH which cause release of FSH and LH by the pituitary. Nutrient and waste requirements of the developing fetus are handled during the first few weeks by the placenta, diffusion through the endometrium, the chorion, the blastocyst. Diffusion through endometrium, the first few weeks it occur. The asexual method of reproduction by binary fission is common to which of the following? Some eukaryotes, all eukaryotes, some prokaryotes, all prokaryotes. Asexual reproduction. Okay, it is in some eukaryotes and some prokaryotes, 1 and 3. So here both the options are same, so you consider 1 and 3. Okay. A few statements with regard to sexual reproduction are given below. Sexual reproduction does not always require two individuals. Sexual reproduction generally involves gametic fusion. Meiosis never occurs during sexual reproduction. External fertilization is ruled during sexual reproduction. So the few statements with regard to sexual reproduction here these two are wrong, so choose the correct statement is asked. Okay, Okay, choose the correct statements from the options below. So here first and 1 and 2 is the right option. So this is correct regarding the sexual reproduction. Offspring formed by sexual reproduction exhibit more variation than those formed by asexual reproduction. Why? Sexual reproduction is a lengthy process. Gametes of the parents have qualitatively different genetic composition. Genetic material comes from the parents of two different species. Greater amount of DNA is involved in the sexual reproduction. So here the gametes of the parents have the qualitatively different genetic composition. Okay, choose the correct statement from amongst the following. Dioecious animals are seen only in animals. Dioecious organisms are seen only in plants. Dioecious organisms are seen in both plants and animals. Dioecious organisms are seen only in vertebrates. Okay, so you have to select the right statement. Dioecious organisms are seen both in plants as well as animals. There is no natural death in single celled organisms like amoeba and bacteria because they cannot reproduce sexually. They reproduce by binary fission. Parental body is distributed among the offspring, or they are microscopic. Okay, which is the correct okay among these two? There is no natural death because parental body is distributed among the offspring by binary fission. Sertoli cells are regulated by the pituitary hormone known as FSH, GH, prolactin, LH. It is the FSH, follicle stimulating hormone. The endometrium is the lining of bladder, vagina, uterus, oviduct. It is the lining of uterus. Which of the following organs is devoid of glands? Uterus, vagina, vulva, oviduct. It is the oviduct. Okay, devoid of glands. The Leydig cells secrete. They are present in the testis. The Leydig cells secrete estrogen, testosterone, progesterone, cortisone. They secrete testosterone. The hormone which is responsible for contraction of uterus is vasopressin, oxytocin, thyrotropin, gonadotropin. It is the oxytocin. So now match the following type. Sometimes the code also given at the bottom. So column 1 organ is given, column 2 function is given. Chorion, allantois, yolk sac and amnion, these are the embryonic membranes. So the functions: nourishment, protection, fluid excretion and respiration. This is MMT type question, means multi-matrix matching type. Okay, matrix matching type question. Chorion, what is its function? In the early stage, it helps in nourishment. Allantois, help in excretion as well as respiration also, means D and E. Next, yolk sac help in nourishment and protection, both A and B. So this is called MMT, matrix matching type. Amnion also, it's a fluid and it helps in protection, B, C. Okay, the similar type question. Hypothalamus, acrosome, parturition, Graafian follicle, fertilization, protection, or estrogen, GnRH and relaxin. So the hypothalamus, GnRH, it stimulate FSH, by pituitary. Next, acrosome helps in fertilization. It is present in the spermatozoa. Head of the spermatozoa is covered by a layer called acrosome, helps in fertilization. Next, parturition means parturition occur by the release of hormone relaxin. Parturition is also called childbirth. Next, Graafian follicle. The Graafian follicle, what is estrogen? Okay, it produces actually progesterone. Mature follicle produce. Next, in column 1 hormones are given, in column 2 function is given. Oxytocin, prolactin, luteinizing hormone, progesterone, these are the hormones in column 1. Stimulate ovulation, implantation of embryo, lactation after childbirth, uterine contraction during labor pains at the time of childbirth, reabsorption by nephrons. Okay. So, oxytocin, it helps in the uterine contraction during labor. Prolactin, lactation after childbirth, the pituitary hormone. Luteinizing hormone stimulates ovulation. Progesterone, it helps in the implantation of embryo. Okay, after which the development of embryo takes place. Here, reabsorption by nephron, that is ADH, antidiuretic hormone, influence the reabsorption by nephron. Okay, children, these are some of the questions which are repeated in the previous Olympiads and previous competitive exams. Okay, if you read the lesson and attempt the quizzes. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates.